same time, we don't want to do things that are out of line because we can't afford to be that way. Whether it's Dak, whether it's Amari, whether it's Zeke, they all understand we've got a whole group of young players coming behind them that want to be Dallas Cowboys and want to stay here. When we save money, it's not saving Jerry and I $1. It's just money that's going to go to another player. We're very convinced we're going to get these deals done. So, Shannon, does Stephen have a point here?
No, he absolutely does not have a point. Stephen Jones says he doesn't want to set the market, but the market has already been set. You see Mike Thomas? The market is 5 years, $120 million. You see what the market is for quarterbacks? Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. The market is already set. For the running backs, it's already set. Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley. But what he's trying to do is reset the market and compress it. He's saying these salaries are getting out of hand, and we're going to be the ones to stop it. And Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott says, oh, no, you're not. The market is already there. The market is what it is. And it's as simple as this. If you don't want to pay them, let them go. Because the problem, Skip, is that what you're having is that while Stephen Jones and Jerry are trying to suppress the market, the guys look at it and says, when Von Miller, I talked to Von, and when he was going through what he was going through, he said, Shannon, it's incumbent upon me that I keep moving the ball forward. Because guess what? Khalil Mack is coming up. Aaron Donald is coming up. So if I take less, now all of a sudden they were like, well, say Von Miller was Super Bowl MVP, and this is what he got. We can't pay you that. He's like, no, I got to keep moving this thing forward. Well, Amari Cooper has an obligation to the other receivers to keep advancing the ball. Dak Prescott has an obligation to keep advancing the ball. So does Ezekiel Elliott. These three guys should give less than a D about who wants to be a Cowboy. That's not my problem. And everybody might not have an MBA in finance. These guys might not be, finance majors or econ majors. But guess who are? Was getting ready to leave the Texas Rangers, and he wanted to go to the Boston Red Sox. And he was willing to give money back to make it work for the Red Sox. And the players' union said, oh, no, hell, you're not. We're not starting that. Players have an obligation to not start this precedent where they're giving these billionaires money back in order to suppress the market. You've already suppressed the market on one end because the rookie can only make X amount of dollars. Now you're trying to suppress it on the back end. You suppress it with these tags, franchise transition. And now they want to suppress it even further by saying, well, this contract is an outlier. So we don't want to go there. We think you should be here. No, I don't care what it's like to be a Cowboy. Guess what, Skip Bayless? I did an autograph signing about 2 months ago, and I was compensated very well for it, and I never played for the Cowboys. So this notion about only if you're a Cowboy will you have extracurricular activities or you can have things once your career is over is not being truthful. But also, you see what happened to Allen Hurns? I'm striking while the iron's hot, and the iron is red hot. It's ghost pepper chili hot. So I'm going to get mine, and I'm going to let Stephen and Jerry Jones figure out this cap thing and whether or not who they're going to pay after I get my cake.
Quick point of order. If you did not have 3 Super Bowl rings and you had not made it into the Hall of Fame, you wouldn't be quite as sought after to do autograph sessions. Trust
okay,
me.
Skip, I get all that.
Trust me on that.
But hold on. You make it seem like Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott are slam dunk, 3-time Super Bowl champs and first ballot Hall of Famers.
No, but let me get to my point about the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Does Stephen, back to Jenny's question, have a point? Several points? Yes, he does. Should he have made those points public yesterday? No, he should not have. I do not love and have never loved negotiating through the media because it usually does whichever party is trying to negotiate through the media more harm than good. I was very surprised and disappointed in Stephen Jones because of the Jerry-Stephen dynamic duo. usually Stephen is the one with the conscience and the brains, you know, like he's the one with the edit button who says, Jerry, and he does call his dad Jerry, which is always weird, but Jerry, no, Jerry, no, don't take Johnny Manziel, we got to take Zach Martin, you know, that kind of thing. He fights Jerry because Jerry will listen to one person in the world, maybe Jeannie's wife. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not even sure about that. But he will listen to Stephen.
Sure.
And Stephen went Jerry yesterday. And is it desperation? Is it flailing? Because remember, they just got back deeper into a corner, as we discussed yesterday, because now 3 NFC rivals have done them in by overpaying 3 different key players at the exact positions that Dallas has 3 who want to get paid, right? It started with your Vikings overpaying Kirk Cousins. So there the bar went way up. I could throw in a 4th rival because the Eagles, I thought, overpaid Carson Wentz, whatever. Got $108 million guaranteed.
Skip, that was the biggest one because I believe you could stomach giving Dak Prescott $80, $90 million with about $75 million guaranteed.
Okay,
it's once they went to 128 for 103.
I know, but remember, the Kirk Cousins just went like this. It raised the bar up like 20 notches higher than it was at that point because he got $28 million guaranteed for, what was it, 3... No.
Well, he got 84 fully guaranteed.
Yes,
the
fully
whole contract
guaranteed.
was guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Okay, and then Carson Wentz got $108 guaranteed dollars ahead of Dak Prescott. And then, of course, the Rams beaten us twice the last 2 years, but now beat us this way by giving Todd Gurley all that money, $45 million guaranteed. Now Zeke wants beyond Todd Gurley. And then yesterday, another bombshell dropped in New Orleans where Michael Thomas, who's really good, but I don't think he's that good, got $100 million. So Stephen reacts by trying to make points through the media, saying, well, these 3 deserve to get paid, but we're not going to break any banks here. We're not going to be the market setter. We're not going to go above what 3 teams overpaid, or we could throw in the Eagles, 4 teams overpaid for these positions. So he's trying to throw in the points that are valid ones, especially when you play a premier position, quarterback, running back, receiver. If you're a Cowboy and you are playing for America's team, you reap the benefits of the brand association because that star in your helmet makes you a little more famous than you even are. It just always has. What did I say last year? Dak had, by mid-year, he had, I think, a dozen commercials, national TV commercials. Really? So the quarterback who did not make the top 100 had a dozen commercials. Why is that? Because he's the quarterback of America's team. Period. End of story. Did he not reap benefits of having star on helmet? You better believe he did. Does Zeke not reap some benefits? He's got this going, but he's got that going too. He's got the star on his helmet. So it's not hometown discount, it's America's team discount because you're getting something back for the privilege to play for the Cowboys.
Well, Skip, here's the thing. Would you take that in consideration that I'm playing for the Cowboys? That if I wasn't living up to the contract, if I wasn't playing very well, how does that help me if I don't play very well long term? So is that going to help Allen Hurns? Is that going to help some of these other guys that they've released? No. If Skip, now Dak Prescott said something 3 weeks ago that went very, very unnoticed. He says, we know our worth. He says Amari Cooper deserves to be the highest paid. Ezekiel Elliott deserves to be the highest paid. And I deserve to be one of the highest paid. That lets me know that they know their value and they're not cutting a discount.
Yeah, his point, he went on to say, because gambling is now going to become part of the product, and the cap keeps expanding every year. And his point was, if you don't let us market set now at our 3 positions, within 2 years, he said, we'll be the 3rd paid or the 5th paid because it just keeps going up.
Yes.
Jerry knows that. Stephen knows that. They're going to figure that part out. But Stephen also has tossed out the fact that Texas has no state income tax. Does that count? Does that factor?
That's the difference.
Hey.
Yeah. It doesn't have.
How about California state tax? You like that, Mr. Sharp?
I do not, Skip, I do not like
It's
that.
the worst.
But also, guess what? They don't have state income tax on businesses either. Is the Cowboys a business? So guess what? If I'm not paying state tax as an employee, you're not paying state tax as an employer. So in other words, you want me to suppress the market because you've already got your $275. The NFL has already cut Jerry Jones a check for $275 million, and he hadn't even cut the lights on in Jerry World yet. He hadn't even sold any local advertisement yet. He hasn't sold a T-shirt with Dak Prescott on it yet. But yet you want me to give you a discount. I'm putting myself in harm's reach, in harm's way. Skip, I want all my money. I don't want little bit, parts of it. I want every dime in which I'm entitled to because I've outperformed. I've performed. Now pay me based, Skip, my talent isn't based on your salary cap. I need my money.
Well,
I want my money, Skip.
You just told me that Dak Prescott was incredibly overrated. So, right? So why does he deserve any money? That's what you just told me, that you had proof positive. 1,100 NFL players said he's just not that good. So maybe Jerry should say, Dak, you're just not that good, right?
Okay, good. That's what they should do. That's what they should do and let him go. Let him hit the open market and see what he can get on the open market.
Yeah, and by the way, all the things you argue for the players' side, they could have argued when the collective bargaining was signed, but they all signed that dotted line. They all signed it. I'm with you on all those points. It's a one-way street in favor of the owners, but that's every owner in every city, not just Jerry. Yeah. Right?
Exactly. But Skip, I was not a part of that process at the time. Hopefully this time they'll heed some of my advice. But Skip, they cannot allow Stephen Jones to suppress the market. The market is already what it is. Whether you give Amari Cooper $1 or $100,000 or $1 million more than what Michael Thomas. Skip, if they think that they're going to sign Amari Cooper for less than what they gave Michael Thomas. Now, Michael Thomas is going to 2 Pro Bowls. Amari Cooper's going to 3. Okay. If they think they're going to give him less than that, that's not happening.
So you like my receiver more than Michael Thomas? Is that what you just said?
No, that's not, no, Skip. No, Skip. See, you know, you see what you do. You take everything that I'm trying to say. No, Skip. Amari Cooper is playing. Isn't Amari Cooper in his, what you call him? If I'm not mistaken, Skip, he's in his option year.
Yeah, no, he's
Michael Thomas had another year.
Okay, but Amari's scheduled to make $13.9 million. Right. Dak is scheduled to make $2.1 because he was a 4th-round pick. Okay?
But my point is, Michael Thomas had another year.
Okay. Last quick point, opposite your first point that you made.